What is up, everybody? Clinton here, and in this video we're going to be talking about university stress, working a 9 to 5 instead of following your passion. Recently had a subscriber ask me to make a video on that topic, so thank you. I love your questions in relation to like lifestyle, psychology. Love them. Please keep them coming. So say, they mentioned in the comment about uh, you know having to go to a job or something like that. Like people saying like you have to go to a job. Like, yeah, you have bills to pay. That is true, but you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do it. Essentially, you could just be like, I'm done, and then you just have to face the consequences of doing those actions. But like, essentially, you don't have to do anything. You're choosing to go to work. You're choosing to study what you're studying in university. That is a choice you're making. And whenever we can reframe work or what we do or what we study as choosing, I'm choosing to do this, it is more empowering. It's more empowering because some people feel like disempowered about like having to go to this job, and I can understand that. I've done work where it wasn't really in my best interest, or like it didn't really resonate with me, and in that moment, if I had been given this advice, is that you don't have to go there, you're choosing to go there, and by choosing, you gives you a greater sense of feeling of control, then that would have helped me out in that situation. And with uni stress, I had a lot of uni stress. Variety of things you can do to help uni stress. You can make sure you have supportive friends, engage in healthy like hobbies like exercise, mindfulness, having like hobbies and activities like socializing with your friends in a bar, or joining a club, some form of activity that can take your mind off this. And recognize that in university you are going to get some stress, but it depends on how you look at it. For some people, that's good. It's good. It's a bit of pressure. It's a bit of like it's the resistance needed to grow stronger in that field. Jim Rohn says, "Don't always wish things were easier. Wish you were better." And all of this only matters really if you love what you're doing. Like if you don't love what you're doing, then you're gonna find it hard to persist. Steve Jobs says, you really have to do what you love, because when times get tough, if you really love what you're doing, then you're more likely to persist. So that is what I would say. I definitely felt uni stress, but I had good friends around me. I was engaging in like mindfulness, meditation, exercising, and pulled through. I pulled through it. And in terms of working a 9 to 5 instead of doing the things you're passionate about, your 9 to 5 can be something you're passionate about. There are people who wake up to a 9 to 5 and they're like, "Oh boy, I can't wait to get to work." I can't wait to get to work. And you've probably never met them, and that's all right. That's okay. It's not a lot of people. It's not common. A lot of people hate their jobs. Like a lot of people really hate their jobs. They hate their employers. And the only thing I can say to that is, find a way to do what you love and get paid for that. And everybody has talents. Everybody has skills or things that they love to do. They want to be someone has like a natural like talent for music, but they are working in an engineer sort of field, and because of this conflict, it's causing them stress. So everybody has natural talents, and if you don't have natural talents, then just look at the things you're curious about, or you're really interested about, and see if you can start working on doing the things you love. Because right now you're working, if you're in this scenario where you're working a job you hate, right now you're spending, I don't know, yeah. Right now you're spending part-time, full-time hours doing the things you hate. Now, if you can start carving out time to put that towards the things you love, and now you're working on your future. You're working on your better fortune, because if we can get paid to do the things we love, then we will be in greater alignment. We wake up in the morning, we're like, oh my goodness, I'm just so grateful that I get to do this. And if you look at the word talent, the root word talent comes from Latin, the Latin word talentum, and talentum means sum of money. So what is it you're good at? What is it you love to do? What are your natural abilities? For me, I've just naturally felt moved, and I've made a video talking about like the 3 types of passions. For me, it's just always been around health and fitness, vegan sort of lifestyle, self-help. Listen to a lot of self-help content, and recently music, just creating music, chilling with friends, just making music. So those are the 3 areas that I enjoy exploring. And the thing is, you have to really love what you do, because if you don't love what you do, then how will you persist in the long run, 10 years from now, 5 years from now? I love making YouTube videos. I've got hundreds of YouTube videos. Hundreds. It's crazy whenever I think about it. I was like, damn it, I've got hundreds of YouTube videos. So you got to find what you love to do, and you got to do it every single day. Okay, you have to be willing to put the time in to get better at what it is that you're good at. It's like the story of the parable of the talents. So all the different people get different amounts of talents, and the whole aim was to try to work on them and double them. And the person that had one talent and buried it, because he didn't want it to be lost or anything like that, so he buried it. He ended up having his talent taken away, and the people who worked on their talents and doubled their talents got given extra talents because of that. So how I see that is, if you have something that you're really good at, then double down on that. There are people who are here who are not meant to be working a 9 to 5, and they feel it, they sense it. So I would say double down on the things you are good at. Master those to the point where you are providing so much value for others that they are now willing to exchange money for your services. And this may take some time. That's true. But 5 years from now, it will be 5 years that you'll be 5 years older. 10 years from now, you'll be 10 years older. So the act of actually doing something you love is an act of self-love. So recognize that to be rich, which means recognizing I create happiness, you have to do what you love. And do what you love every single day. And eventually, it will provide you the source of income. Peace.